He opened the shoulders as well today on the boats question, a traditional focus of his, of course, as well.
Yeah, boat turnbacks. I mean, there was just that hesitation from Anthony Albanese. He wants to get all over that, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a story in the papers around that tomorrow from some of the questioning out there. So very strong in saying, we saw what happened when Labor came to power. The floodgates opened. I was part of the team that stopped the boats in 2013. Don't trust them on this issue. That's why we've got these new patrol boats. And having a strong economy, he went back to that again. That's how you can afford those patrol boats.
We put it in place carefully. We established Operation Sovereign Borders, and it has been one of the most successful border protection policies anywhere in the world. So successful that other countries are taking their lead from Australia's successful approach. And why? It's the humane thing to do. It enabled us to close 17 detention centres.
Former Immigration Minister, also a former Treasurer, and he was really wanting to trot out the numbers today, wasn't he?
He was, and it was amazing how many times he mentioned numbers. He mentioned not only the national unemployment rate, the WA unemployment rate, the average rent in Perth for a house. When he was asked the question, he said 500. Apparently it's 450. So, but he made a mistake in there. We'll get to that in a second. Let's hear the full array of numbers that Scott Morrison mentioned as he seeks to show up Anthony Albanese's economic knowledge here.
The unemployment rate has fallen from 4.1% down to 3.4% here in Western Australia. When I was last here, I was asked about the unemployment rate in Western Australia, and it had gone up to 4.1%. I said, it'll be coming back down. How do I know that? Because I understand the Australian economy. I understand how it works. I understand what drives the Western Australian economy.
So the PM accidentally said $46 a week in terms of job seeker allowance, not $46 a day, and that was leapt on by the Labor opposition. They're hopeful for any sort of mistake after Anthony Albanese's horrible week.
So that continues to be combined with the other payments that we have that people get access to, whether that be in income support through the job seeker, which, as you know, we increased from $40 a week to $46 a week since the last election.
Okay, so that brings me again to this poll based on Anthony Albanese's mistakes around the unemployment rate, etc. The campaign kicking off straight away, Labor 3 to 4 primary vote percentage points down. Sort of points to a hung parliament. The problem for Labor is when you get to that situation when it's this close, history shows Australian elections normally come to the incumbent. As I said earlier, my information is, Kieran, that the internal tracking of the Liberals also shows a tightening, but it shows Labor marginally in front, very marginally still in front. But obviously the government is confident with a strong campaign that they can overcome that lead. So suddenly Anthony Albanese, by his own deeds, is an underdog in this race. It's not to say there can't be a hung parliament. It's not to say Albanese can't even win, but he has to have the campaign of his life here to get back in the race. That's why after I asked him that national unemployment rate question he couldn't answer, I asked him on the very same day, had he lost the election that day, it could turn true. I don't want to get melodramatic here, but is this the day you lost the election?
You are being melodramatic, Andrew. People make mistakes.
Andrew Clennell there in Perth at the Bunnings. We'll let you go and we'll talk to you at the top of the hour. Andrew joining us right throughout the afternoon as the Prime Minister continues his campaigning there in WA. Andrew, thanks.